we're picking up where we left off on this techno track. In the last video, we created this Shepards tone-like sound. So this has a bunch of operators all an octave apart, pitch shifting over this loop period up 12 semitones, with the top one fading away and the bottom one fading in, and that creates this infinite riser sound. We also put an auto pan and sidechained it to the kick. So when this loops, it keeps going up. So that was all good. But in the last video I mentioned I'm quite keen on recreating this using one of the new, well, relatively new Ableton Live 11 devices, which is the Spectral Resonator. So by using the Spectral Resonator, we can define a pitch. So here it is here. So we can define the pitch here, which is very cool. First, let's put it into fixed in note mode and see if I can actually pitch bend between the notes, because that would be really handy. So I'm just going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to put it on a MIDI track for now, just so I can get some, oh no, we can do it here. Okay, Spectral Resonator, frequency note. So it's currently set to A1. What happens if I shift it to, let's say, E2? Is that going to go up in cents between those two notes? I'm not too sure. So we need a sample. Let's just repeat a vocal sample over and over and over. Tom searches for vocal sample.
We are the fucking zombies!
I need something a bit more clear. This is always fun. What's this?
Dreams, coked up models, and some.
Okay, let's put that in there. Now let's just have a listen to how the Spectral Resonator affects this and see if it actually pitches up nice and smoothly or if it uses increments.
When we showed up, hold up, with my aces, with my queens, bet I'm hold up, empty bottles filled with dreams, coked up models, and some.
Okay, so it goes up in increments, so I'm going to delete the automation there. We'll go into Hertz mode. I'm just going to stick with the old 110, 220, 440 thing for the octaves. So what we're going to need to do is go down, we're going to have to go down to 55, and then we need to go down one more to 27.5 if it lets me do that. That will definitely be low enough for what we need. It should be pretty wild here. Okay, this is also quite loud. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to group this into an audio effect rack, and I'm going to assign a macro to this frequency, and I'm going to define the minimum value, which is 27.5, and then that macro is going to sweep up an octave to 55 Hertz. So as we move this macro, this first one's going to sweep up an octave down there. That's all good. Let's open up our chains here, and I'm just going to call this lowest. So I'm going to duplicate this now and go back into our mapping. I think I need to number these, so I'm going to go 1, 2. We'll go for 7. That should be enough. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now if we go into our mappings, we can adjust these. So you can see this is the first one. That's what we want. The second one, we want to go from 55 to 110. Next one, we want to go from 110 to 220. I've never done this before, by the way, with this. This is my first time, so go easy on me if it doesn't work. 220 to 440. So we're doubling the frequency as it goes up, because doubling the frequency gives us an octave. So this is 440 to 880. And now we have 1760, 880 to 1760, 60, 1.76, and now we have 1760 plus 1760, 3520. Yep, 1760 up to, maybe we will need another one, we'll see. 3520. Okay, so this doesn't go up to 3520, unfortunately. So it looks like we might need to lose the 7th one. Okay, so we have 6, that should be enough. So now this macro will sweep all of these up an octave in their relative ranges. We also want the macro to bring the volume down of this top one. So let's do that while we're at it. So here's the decibels. I'm going to map it to the frequency. I want it to go from 0 decibels to negative infinity. And the bottom one, I want to fade in. So we're going to map that there too. And that goes from negative infinity to 0. It's going to be quite loud. Let's bring it down. Let's see what happens if I move this up.
Empty bottles filled with dreams, coked up models and some fiends. Gelato, need my greens. What's my motto? Where's my teams? Hit the throttle, hear the scream.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to just open this. Let's use this clip. I'm going to set 111. I'm going to go Control A and Control U to quantize all of those. Let me just check my quantize settings. Yeah, we're on 16th. So that should make it somewhat in time.
And
let's choose Beats mode and do this. So what we need to do here is we need to automate this macro to go from its minimum value to its maximum value over that period. And hopefully, I'm just going to duplicate this like so, just so we have, you know what, I'm just going to duplicate this, just so we have like a consistent loop, or something that represents a loop. And we need to adjust this again. Should just hit delete, there we go. So let's see what happens in this loop. I reckon that works. What I'd like to be able to do is control the decay of all of them. So I'm going to map the decay to Mac Pro 2. I'm about to sneeze, so I'm going to mute my microphone for a second. That was very exciting. Okay, so let's map to there. Map to all siblings. That should do it. So these are all mapped to here. So now we can play with the decay. I think that works. I think I need something a little more consistent, so I'm going to find another sample here. Just need a word that I can repeat over and over.
I'm losing myself.
Alright. Bass, button it, ha! Raise it to kind of the drum and bass. Yo!
I need a word.
Yeah.
Yeah, do. Let's go spoken.
Be with me.
Yo, hit him with a fat drop. Hit him. Yo.
Be with me. I miss you.
Creepy.
Ain't nothing but a house party.
House music has good.
Let's do house music. That's kind of funny because it's not house. Alright. Let's...
House music. House music. House music.
Let's just make this a bit in time. Let's just I might have to do it here. Let's bring the loop length back. We could probably put an echo on that. What if I bring the pitch of this down? We need to go into a different mode. We'll go texture. What about this? Alright, that's pretty cool. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to get rid of the echo. Let's just call this Shepards. Spectral Resonator. No, we agreed we wouldn't shorten things like that. Spectral Resonator. Cool. And we'll go pitch. Cool. I'm going to upload this patch to the Patreon and YouTube supporters, and then I'll probably post it in Discord in a few more days. Alright, I'm happy with this. We'll pick this up next time.